Hi, I'm Julia, one of the reference librarians at the McAllen Public Library.
It's a common misconception that librarians spend all their time reading. We love to read, but we actually don't have any more time to read at work than anyone else in any other job does. But when I do have time to read, I mostly enjoy historical fiction, contemporary romantic comedies, and stories with magical realism. In other words, fiction. I don't read a lot of nonfiction. Real life is stressful enough, so for me, reading is an enjoyable escape. Romantic comedy fiction is like the literary equivalent of the romantic comedy films that used to be so popular. Two people meet, overcome obstacles and misunderstandings, fall in love, and everyone has a happy ending. These books are a perfect escape after a stressful day at work. I enjoy historical fiction for similar reasons. I enjoy learning about history and other cultures, and it's also a great escape. And finally, another genre that I really enjoy is stories that have elements of magical realism. This means it's a story that's set in the real world that we live in, but there are magical elements, and some of the characters might have special powers. A particularly famous author in this genre is Gabriel Garcia Marquez, with books like Cien Años de Soledad or 100 Years of Solitude. On our website here, I've listed a few of my favorites. The first three that are listed here at the top of my top 10 section, The 10,000 Doors of January, Gods of Jade and Shadow, and The Shadow of the Wind, all fall into the magical realism category. The 10,000 Doors of January is a family drama involving secret doors to other worlds that are hidden within books. Gods of Jade and Shadow is set in Mexico in the 1920s and is the story of a girl who accidentally awakens and then falls in love with an ancient god and helps him save the world from destruction. And finally, The Shadow of the Wind is something I read a long time ago, but it's still one of my favorite books. It's very reminiscent of Jorge Luis Borges's The Library of Babel, or La Biblioteca de Babel, where he describes the universe as an endless labyrinthine library. So I'll end with this quote from Borges. El universo, que otros llaman la biblioteca, se compone de un número indefinido y tal vez infinito de galerías hexagonales con vastos pozos de ventilación en el medio, cercados por barandas bajísimas. Desde cualquier hexágono se ven los pisos inferiores y superiores, interminablemente. So on our reading guide website here, several members of the McAllen Public Library Reference Department have listed some of our favorite books, and you can use this as a guide or if you need any ideas or suggestions for things that you might want to read during our adult virtual summer reading challenge. So these are my top 10. Three that I just talked about are at the top, and then I have several other top 10 favorites. I also have a list of things that I want to read and something that I'm reading now. And all of us in the department have made similar pages with our top favorites organized into different categories. So if you're looking for ideas of things to read this summer, this is a great place to get ideas and get started.